right, welcome to Cleveland St. Patrick's Day 2024. I'm Bob Seville, or Bob O. Seville today, if you will. We're celebrating Cleveland St. Patrick's Day on a Sunday here at 18th and Superior. The parade's just kicking off. This year's theme is One Island, One Nation. How appropriate for the city of Cleveland, a melting pot from immigrants from all around the world. We're gonna have a great day today. There's about 150 marching units and about 100,000 people here in downtown Cleveland. City Council President Blaine Griffin, tell me about the parade. You're in it every year. What's it like to march in it?
Awesome, man. It's always a lot of energy. Third largest parade from what I understand in the entire country. What we're doing with the Irish American community is just great. And I'm just here to have a good time, man. It's very exciting, and all I can tell everybody is Sláinte, Céad Míle Fíolte.
And you had a lot to do with the planning with the sunshine and having it on a Sunday, I presume.
Oh yeah, I'm the rooster that crowed and will take credit for the sunrise.
And are you looking forward to the women's Final Four, the Eclipse, in summer in Cleveland?
It's an exciting time in Cleveland. We got some great events coming up, women's Final Four, and a lot of people are starting to admit the women's game is more popular than the men's game this year. So for us to have it this year at its peak when it's growing, and then the Eclipse, having this, to me, this is kicking off a great season of activities and a great season of events in the city of Cleveland. So I'm excited.
Well said, Council President. Happy St. Patrick's Day, and thank you as always.
Happy St. Patrick's Day once again. Céad Míle Fíolte and Sláinte.
The luck of the Irish. The sun came out. It's a beautiful day in the land. Excited to celebrate this St. Patrick's Day, as always.
It's a great day to be a Cleveland, a great day to be Irish, but there's some great days coming up, including the Women's Final Four and some events this summer.
We just had the MAC tournament. Women's Final Four is coming in a couple of weeks. The solar eclipse coming as well the same day as the Guardians have opening day. So a lot of good action, a lot of good activity right now in our great city.
Chris Ronan. Chris, well, it's a great day to be a Clevelander, a great day to be Irish. What's St. Patrick's Day mean to you?
Well, to me, it's about family, and it's about the culture of this community. You know, it's about all of us coming together. The nice thing about this parade is whether you're Irish or not, we're all one family. That's why we say we are Cuyahoga.
One island, one nation, right?
That's right. And, you know, now we're really developing some relationships with Ireland and the U.S. thanks to the Aer Lingus direct flight. It's been terrific. We've had businesses over here. Today, the Minister of Ireland's over here. We've had a great exchange with a lot of the folks from the Achill Island area, but also Dublin. We're doing some tech development. So that flight has been a real game changer to opening the doors between the two countries.
Well, I think you embody the logo because you're one city, one county now, right?
That's right. And you know, our feeling is that we are Cuyahoga, we're all one. You know, there's 140 different ethnic communities in Cuyahoga County. Today we celebrate the Irish, today we're all Irish, but tomorrow we celebrate our next brother and sister, and that's what makes this place special. Go through the Cultural Gardens of Cleveland. I love that place. You want to see who we are? Go through Rockefeller Park and the Cultural Gardens on the great MLK Boulevard.
Well done, Chris Ronan. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Good to see you.
Happy St. Patrick's Day, CLE. We'll see you in the parade.
Now we'll have Mrs. Pearson lead us in the singing of both the American and Irish national anthems.
So proudly we hail at the twilight's last gleaming, whose frost shines and bright stars through the perilous
In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. Almighty and gracious God, we thank you for this day of celebration as we honor your servant, St. Patrick, that great missionary to the Emerald Isle. His life and work inspire us to be loving and courageous in proclaiming the gospel of Jesus to those we meet along the way of life. We make this prayer attributed to him, our own. May our days be many and our troubles few. May all God's blessings descend upon us. May peace be within us. May our hearts be strong. May we find what we are seeking wherever we roam. May the strength of God pilot us. May the wisdom of God instruct us. May the hand of God protect us. May the word of God direct us. May thy salvation, O Lord, be always ours, this day and forevermore. We pray for peace in our hearts. We pray for peace in our families. We pray for peace in our communities. We pray for peace throughout the world. Wherever there is war, we pray for peace to come. St. Patrick and St. Bridget, pray for us today and always, that God may favor us and give us everything that is good. And may Almighty God bless you. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Amen.
The signal the beginning of the 182nd parade. John Taher, the executive director of the parade, will present this year's Grand Marshal, Mr. Patrick Murphy, with the official whistle. We'll wait for you.
Are you ready?
Hello and welcome to the 2024 annual St. Patrick's Day. It is the 182nd parade. And hello, my name is Don Vavris, and with me is...
I'm Tommy Malloy.
And we have quite an afternoon of parades, festivities, and it is a Cleveland tradition here in the city. It starts off at East 18th, Superior Avenue, and finishes up here at Public Square.
Makes its way down here. The official start is the Grand Marshal blowing the whistle.
It's about sunny, about 43 degrees out here. It's a little cold, but you know that's St. Patrick's Day.
Well, it's a little better than it was about an hour and a half ago when we had snow flurries going almost horizontal, and now it's a little warmer. Sun is out, skies are blue. I think we're going to have a decent parade here, decent weather, and tons of people down here to see this thing too.
Absolutely. So our Grand Marshal, they have a Grand Marshal every year, and that is going to be Patrick Murphy. And he will be marching the parade. It's quite a high honor to be the Grand Marshal of the parade.
Certainly is. It's a culmination of volunteerism and being active in the Irish community over periods of long years. And Mr. Murphy certainly has deserved that. He's a former executive director of the parade committee, but he's also been involved in so many other things. He's an attorney by trade, just a really genuinely nice guy, good guy, and he deserves this honor, no doubt about it.
And the 2024 Irish Mother of the Year is Miss Patricia Holman.
Pat Holman, yeah.
And you know her pretty well.
I do. Pat Holman has been around for a long time. She raised her kids. She's an East Side Irish Club member, done a lot of work over there. Her husband, Bill, was the Grand Marshal a couple years ago. So I'm sure now that she is the Irish Mother of the Year, she can hold that over him. And really, really nice folks. She has been active in so many different things, Irish festivals and whatnot. Once again, another person who's done a lot of work over a course of a lifetime, and it's really is a fitting honor.
And again, this is all presented to you by the United Irish Societies of Greater Cleveland. There's an East Side and West Side division. We'll talk about that later on. But also, they have outside and inside co-chairs. And Tommy, tell me a little bit about the this year's honorees for both inside and outside co-chairs.
Well, the UIS, as it's called, the nomenclature, the United Irish Societies, it's about, I think it's 28, 29, 30 different organizations. And every year they have the Grand Marshal, they have the Mother of the Year. Then they honor two individuals who are doing a lot of volunteer work, giving a lot of their time and talent and effort. And they'll choose one person who's the inside co-chair, who's on the committee, and a person from the outside co-chair who's on some other committee or some other organization, and they honor that person as well.
And this year's outside co-chairs is Father Francis Walsh, and he will also be in the parade as well. And then there's also Sister Marion Erb, who will be the outside co-chairs, co-hosting, I guess. And then our inside co-chair this year is David McLaughlin, and he will be marching with his wife. And earlier the parade started. We're at the end of the parade. Tell us a little bit about the beginning, and there's generally a singing of the national anthems.
Usually they sing the two anthems. The Irish national anthem, I believe, is in Gaelic from Katie Cooper Schmidt. I believe she learned the Gaelic version from my father many, many moons ago. She sings the anthems, and then they kick off with the whistle from the Grand Marshal. He actually has a whistle. He usually has a top hat on and a tux. He blows the whistle, and that is the official beginning of the parade, and then they start marching our way, and they are arriving at us right now. So this is all the initial units, the first division of, not the first division, the X division or the executive units, that kind of thing, and they are coming at us now, and you're going to see them. The guarantors, those are people who support the parade, paying $25, donating $25. They get to march in the parade at the front, and they get a guarantor sash. There's also the other way they fund this parade is through $10 shamrock pins with the year on it. That's the only way they fund this parade. They do not sell sponsorships. You can't buy the sponsorship. If you're a bank or an oil company, you can't do it. It's done very much from the ground up, and very, very much just all the people putting this on.
And talk about the people putting it on. The parade committee will also be marching in the parade as they do every year, and they start this very, very early in the year.
Oh,
we have a dinner and our little lunch to make sure everything is all coordinated, because the coordination is incredible between the city of Cleveland and all of their certain departments, and certainly the United Irish Societies.
Well, they do the awards banquet. It'll be sometime in April. I don't know the date off the top of my head. But they have judges on the reviewing stand to judge the units. Then they also have I think 1 or 2 floating judges around the parade route, and they will judge the different units. There'll be the top 3 for the float, the top 3 for non-school bands, top 3 high school bands, that kind of thing. But they have the banquet for that purpose, to recognize those winners. That'll be in April. But they start the parade. They probably already started discussing next year's security and things of that nature, because all these details have to be run through, and it takes a lot of time. You got to hash these things out with the city, make sure there's not conflicting events and things of that nature, and they just really want to make sure that everything is planned and everything goes according to plan, and when it doesn't, they've got that covered, and they do a really, really nice job of it.
Absolutely. And you talk about the competition, and there is some friendly rivalry, especially on the unit, especially building the floats, and how secretive that actually is.
The West Side Irish Club, they build their float under lock and key. Nobody sees it, only the people building it. The president of the club doesn't see it, the board trustees don't see it. Nobody else except the people building it, and only they know what the float theme or the float is going to be like and how it adheres to the theme. This year's theme is One Island, One Nation, so we're going to see how those floats come out. I think we're going to see some interesting stuff.
That's right, and they have a lot of bragging rights for the full year.
They do. It's good nature. It's always good nature.
Again, we'd like to welcome everyone who's watching us live on both TV 20 as well as Facebook, X, and Instagram. And again, if you're watching us on YouTube right now, hit that like button and shamrock and subscribe. Again, coming to the parade route is the Irish Mother of the Year, as Tammy was just talking about.
Right. And I think, and here's parade co-chair. I don't know which one that is. Maybe it's both. And I believe they get the cars, believe it or not, they get the cars through a partnership with Central Cadillac. It's been a partnership for, I think, the last 20, 25, 30 years. I'm not sure about that. My brother-in-law used to work there many, many moons ago, and he had started this partnership through the parade committee.
And for those of you keeping track, there's over 100 floats or units in today's parade. There's thousands of volunteers who are both in the parade as well as the marshals sitting on the sidelines, making sure everything is straight. And again, it's an incredible coordinated effort to bring this year's parade to fruition.
Well, there's usually around 10,000 participants, believe it or not. Not to mention the 100,000 or more that come down here, depending upon the weather and depending upon what day of the week it is. Today's parade started at 2:04 because it's a Sunday. But during the week, if it's a weekday, St. Patrick's Day, then it's going to be 1:04.
And you talk about the units. We have quite a number of first-time units here.
We do. We have several.
And some are actually coming back after a number of years of absence, and some are actually brand new. So we'll make sure that we highlight those particular units.
I think a lot of those absences was due to COVID-19 and all that stuff. You know, we're still trying to recover from all that and get everything back to normal. So, you know, it's going to take some time on that. But the parade is catching up with it. These folks are catching up with it. So, you know, we're glad to have them back.
And as I said, we had some snow this morning, but right now there's lots of bright smiles on the streets of Cleveland. It is one of the biggest events in the city of Cleveland, and everyone's just having a great time. So the weather held out, thank goodness. It's in Cleveland,
So
spring
far,
Cleveland.
we've got about an hour. Maybe we might get some rain. But here's the parade committee and the guarantors, those I spoke about with the sashes. They donate $25.
And later on, we may have a picture of the pin that we were just talking about, and how important it is for the financial aspect of putting this year's parade on.
And people save them as souvenirs too. I have some from way back in like 1981, 82. So.
And I want to talk a little about the east side and west side, because there is a system as to who goes first and who's actually. So the parade committee is the first ones that are marching down the street, and then like any parade, we have to have politicians.
Well, there's always a couple in there that are grandfathered in. I don't know what year they decided not to host. Because it's around the primary election time, so they decided there was just so many different. The parade would be so long. So there were some who were grandfathered in, and they're still in the parade, but they stopped having political candidates running or in the parade itself. But now I think we're seeing more of the guarantors. Is that who we see here?
Yes,
I think it is. Oh boy, lots and lots of people. That's nice. Good to see. Good to see. And it's nice to march in a parade,
Yes, it's and just to show you how many people are actually here, we've got quite an afternoon in front of us here.
And now we have the U.S. Army 101st Airborne Division Band from Fort Campbell, Kentucky. Airborne, death from above. You ever hear that?
Absolutely.
That's the old motto. And then if you're administration, they would say chairborne, desk from above. Wow, they're pretty good. That's a smaller band too, but they're solid. Very good.
Good. Okay. And we have our current politicians again. Special hello to Mayor Justin Bibb and Chris Rain from the.
Chris Rain, he's the county executive. Yep. And so this is where your government officials and whatnot will march in one unit. That way there's not 30 or 40. There's Mr. Ronayne there going by.
And there's a special guest here from Ireland. Tell me a little bit about...
There is. They do have a special guest here. They usually have somebody every year. I think this year it's Minister Niall Collins. He's the Minister of State at the Department of Further and Higher Education Research and Innovation of Science. If that's not a government-derived title, I don't know what is.
That's a mouthful.
He's a member of the Irish Fianna Fáil Party, and he's been the Teachta Dáil for Limerick County since 2016.
You can go to Bob when you're ready.
And I think we got Bob Seville. Bob?
Okay, guys, we're at Public Square with some St. Patrick's Day revelers. What's your name and where are you from?
I'm Troy, and I'm also from Cleveland.
Okay.
I'm Darian, and I'm from Cleveland.
I'm Leigh, I'm from Euclid.
Who do we have here, the masked St. Patrick's Day parader?
I'm the governor from down the way.
All right. And how about you, ma'am? Who's with you today?
Say Lydia.
You say hi? Can everybody say Happy St. Patrick's Day? 1, 2, 3.
Happy St. Patrick's Day!
All right.
Thank you, Bob. Some revelers here. Again, we are on Superior Avenue. The parade starts on East 18th and marches about a mile and a half down Superior Avenue. It does take a turn on West Roadway in Public Square, where it turns around in front of the Old Stone Church. And at that point is the terminus of the parade, and
the units they'll embark there whatever direction where their bus will be.
That's right.
That's coordinated up front.
And to get to see the lineup is quite something interesting, because they have to get here very, very early and get their spot in the parade. And there's a lot of excitement just getting all ready to go.
And now we're seeing the Cleveland Police Department Chief, the Color Guard, and followed by, I believe, the chief will be there, Dorothy Ann Todd, the newly appointed chief of police. She had joined the force, I believe, around 2000. And before that, she was in the traffic department. So she's really worked her way up. I think she knows the ropes.
And you can hear the Cleveland Police Department chief and command staff of the Bagpipe Band. Let's take a listen.
That's a song called Roddy McCorley.
And playing the bagpipes, I understand, is somewhat difficult.
Tough. It's tough, yeah. My dad used to play. And whenever you pull him out to practice, the entire house would thunder. It would shake. We didn't enjoy it. We just saw the Emerald Society go by. Greater Cleveland Police Emerald Society, comprised of Irish police members from agencies across Northeast Ohio, and their families and supporters are there. Person of the Year, Julia Bingle, and their Distinguished Service Award goes to Leo Tully. And President of the Emerald Society is Mr. Joe English. I know Joe.
And coming up next is the RIPS, or retired and retirable police officers from 26 police departments in Greater Cleveland.
And their trademark is that green jacket.
And the president is Duffy O'Neill, a nice Irish name.
A bit, isn't it? I think we've got the sheriff coming up here. Oh, the RIPS have their own car. Oh boy, look at that.
We're ready. The Cleveland Police with a 1973 Ford.
1973 AMC Ambassador.
What's kept this car looking so good all these years?
Plenty of hard work and a lot of volunteerism to keep.
It's something my dad cruised around in the 2nd District back in the 70s.
Yeah, they were called. They were green cars from 1972 to 1978, and the last one went out of service about 1982.
Well done, and thanks for all you do, and thanks for serving our city.
You're welcome. Take care.
Back to you, gentlemen. Boy, I remember those. I remember those.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's a unique color back in the 70s.
Absolutely, it is. I wonder if it was a color they didn't want to use anymore.
Exactly.
So they got it cheap, doing good with the tax money.
Yeah. Those
saving
cars,
some cash.
The cars are so mod.
Oh boy. And I think now, what do we have? The Cleveland Clinic Police Department Honor Guard. Honor Guard led by Lieutenant Stanley Kaczynski. Oh, are they coming up there? I take that back. I think we're looking at the Explorers with the Sheriff's Department.
That's right. We had the Sheriff's Department come in here with rifle bearers and flag bearers. It goes back to, again, the coordination between all the separate departments of both city, county, and state. And even the feds came in here with making sure all the vehicles are safe and the parade route is safe. So again, thank you so much for all their help in making this a safe parade.
There's another old-time sheriff's car. The sheriff, the county sheriff's deputies have been more involved, I think, in the past several years in coordinating with outside agencies and each municipality just to do things a little better and tighten things down. And I think it's really been a success.
And that white car was a Ford LTD. Remember those cars from many years ago.
And I believe here's the Clinic Police, Cleveland Clinic Police Honor Guard.
Again, and welcome to the 182nd Annual St. Patrick's Day Parade. I'm Don Mavericks with my co-host Tommy Malloy. We're so glad you're with us here on both TV20 as well as Facebook and Instagram. And again, if you're watching us on YouTube right now, hit that like button in Shamrock and subscribe. Love to have you.
Here's the Army Band, 122nd Army Band of the Ohio Army National Guard, led by Chief Warrant Officer Emily Bauer and First Sergeant Mark Huber.
As the band passes by, we like to check out Bob, our man in the street. What's going on there, Bob?
Okay, we're here with Kevin and Cindy from West Park. Tell me about your unique hats.
Oh, well, we got this at a unique hat store.
Oh,
yeah.
Is that a brand name?
No.
How many years?
Chicago.
How many years have you been coming down to the parade?
Oh, actually, this is my first time here.
Okay, when do you say Happy St. Patrick's Day to Cleveland?
Happy St. Patrick's Day!
Well, thank you, Bob.
Well, those are unique hats, I'll tell you that. Don't spill them. But we also saw the U.S. Navy Honor Color Guard there.
And this looks like the Cleveland Firefighters Shamrock Club and Local 93. Fire Chief is Tony Luke, and Shamrock Club is Tom McGinty.
There we go. And here come their pipers, the Firefighters Memorial Pipes and Drums. They're founded to remember and honor fallen firefighters, safety forces, and their families, led by Drum Major Tony Delicio and Pipe Major Ben Dockstader. this the Lakewood firefighters here?
That's the Lakewood
Or
Fire
are these
Department.
the Cleveland firefighters?
I don't know. This still.
I believe these are Cleveland firefighters here.
Yes, looks like it.
It's still Cleveland. I tell you, they don't wear those clothes to the job, and it's a good thing too.
Yes.
Dress blues, I think they still call them dress blues? Or is that strictly the Marines? See a few familiar faces out there. There was a time when I'd look at the firefighters and, they'd all be older than me. Not anymore.
Not anymore. And this must be the entire department of those people that are not working today.
They just keep on going. There's a few guys I know in there. Sorry, a few guys there, I knew their dads.
And I see a couple of them actually dyed their mustaches green.
I saw that. That's pretty cool.
That's in the spirit.
I don't think that's part of the dress uniform protocol.
I don't think so.
Maybe just today. Oh, here we go. They're loud toys. Apparatus. Boy, those are some big trucks.
And of course, Cleveland Fire Department truck.
Here comes the ladder. How they drive those things, I really do not know.
And fast.
Yeah.
They've got to know how to maneuver it. It's quite a skill.
Yeah. I can barely handle the SUV.
Yeah. Well,
but
and there's a young man with a green mustache as well.
Oh boy, look at this one. Here's an older. And the kids love seeing this stuff. There you go. See all the folks up top. Isn't that nice that with the families out? Because really, we talk about St. Patrick's Day, and a lot of times you'll get a negative connotation. People talk about partying and that's all they do. But, the Irish clubs this morning started the day in church. And the folks down here are with their families. So it's a lot more wholesome than people give it credit for.
And we talked about the beginning of the St. Patrick's Day Parade back 182 years ago was a church and family, and visiting was really the focal point.
That's exactly it, and it still is for many. A lot of folks will leave the parade downtown here, and they go home and they have dinner before they go out to an Irish dance or they go out to a movie or whatever.
And we had the Lakewood Fire Department has just passed us by, representing 112 years of tradition. And again, serving the great city of Lakewood. And then, of course, the Cleveland Association of Rescue Employees, the EMS, is coming here. And with President Mark Barnett and CEMS Commissioner Orlando Wheeler. It's in the parade.
And of course, it's nice to see one of these rolling down the street, and a nice day today for a good cause instead of being a customer inside one.
And the color of the truck is very reminiscent of
those police
parade.
cars.
They love that green color.
But they've kept that.
Exactly.
And they are instantly recognizable.
Yes.
That's for sure.
We talked about a couple of returning units, and it's nice to see some of these units that we haven't seen in quite a long while.
I think now we're on to, that's the Ladies Ancient Order of Hibernians Deerfur Charity Division. Spirit of Friendship, Unity, and Christian Charity. The Sisters of the LAOH Deerfur are honored to be marching in their second parade. Division President Sarah O'Brien Dirk, who is also, I believe, on our committee, and 2024 Hibernian of the Year, Sarah. She's here with her best friends and her son, Eamon. Now, we just had the LAOH, Lady Thanks North Hibernians Rosary Division was in, oh, I'm sorry, they're coming up after the AOH Bluestone Division. Founded in 2013, President Bob Mullen and Francis McGarry is the Vice President. They focus on providing scholarships to students who wish to attend area Catholic high schools, as well as volunteer work in the community. And these are Catholic organizations. And that's the Lady, Our Lady of the Rosary Division of the Ladies Ancient Order of Hibernians. They're the oldest Catholic organization in the U.S. and have proudly participated in the St. Patrick's Day Parade since its origin. They march behind Hibernian of the Year, Sister Sarah O'Brien again. Their president is Mary Jo Rollins. Oh, this might be the Cleveland Grays, or the Company B 8th Ohio Volunteer Infantry behind them. I don't know. That unit is
the Company B of the Hibernian Guards, a little Civil War reenactment, color guard. And I think they've been appearing for many, many years here in the parade.
We have Bob with the Eastside Irish American Club.
Now let's go to Bob right now with the Eastside American Club. I'm sorry, Bob.
Okay, we're marching with the Eastside American Irish Club. Tell me, what's your name, and tell me about the club.
My name is Amy, and we're on the Lakeshore Boulevard in in Euclid.
Okay, how many people marching with you today?
Oh, probably at least 100.
All right, well, thanks for all you do, and happy St. Patrick's Day.
Happy St. Patrick's Day to everybody.
Enjoy.
And that is this is Division 1 now has begun. The Irish American Club East Side is the first unit, or the first units of Division 1, because there's so many of them. The Irish clubs lead the first and second divisions. So the East Side has the first division. Here's their pipe band coming up.
And the nice thing about this, Tommy, is that you have some people who've been marching the parade for many, many years, and they're also getting some new folks in there.
Here's their Irish Member of the Year, Mary McCluskey, co-member, I'm sorry, and there's one more, I forget, it's, here he is right now, it is Bob Fitzgerald. Yes, in fact, I marched in 40 parades. From the time I was 7, I missed like 2 or 3. I think I had the measles one year. I had finals at Bowling Green when I was going to college, so I couldn't make that one. But other than that, I pretty much made 40 parades. And then they got me. I think I must have not been marching as fast, so they told me I had to sit here and talk with you.
Well, glad you're here.
Here's the Irish American Club East Side members.
After this group, we're going to go to Bob whenever you're ready.
The Irish American Club East Side executive or president is Linda Walsh, the vice president Debbie Arth. And of course, these are their majorettes. Bob Seville, you've got somebody for us.
Go Bob.
Yeah.
Did you see Maura? Did you see her? No, not yet. Maura.
Okay, guys, we're here with Rebecca and her family from North Olmsted. Who's with you today, Rebecca?
My son Ivan, Kelvin, Mom and Dad, Tom and Fran.
How about you, ma'am? Who's with you here today?
My cousin, Gail, she's over there.
And what's this little young lady's name?
This is my son.
Oh, sorry, what's his name?
Nesson.
Say happy St. Patrick's Day, Cleveland.
Happy St. Patrick's Day, Cleveland.
Guys, everybody.
Happy St. Patrick's Day.
And back to you guys.
And thank you, Bob.
Don't forget, TV20 is all over social media, folks. Search for TV20 Cleveland on Facebook, X, formerly Twitter, and Instagram. And if you're watching us on YouTube right now, hit the like button and shamrock that subscribe button. And right now, we're looking at the Jack McDonough Fife and Drum Corps under the direction of Peggy McDonough Vall. Peggy is Jack McDonough's daughter. Jack McDonough, interestingly enough, Jack McDonough was the first instructor, teacher, leader of the young group here from the Irish American Club East Side, but at the same time, he was also and had been teaching the junior fife and drum on the west side. He logged a lot of miles every Sunday for practices, I'll tell you. And the Flag Corps following them up from the Irish Barrack Club East side in the direction of Bella Bame and Josephine Holiday. And there's the trolley with the golden shamrocks. They've earned the right to ride in the parade.
And coming up is one of the secret floats that they've been working on for a long time.
The outstretched branches of growth and new life represent the successes and accomplishments as Ireland reaches for the sky, and the bountiful foliage, the great people that make this island and nation the glorious vision for the world to see. This one grand island, grand nation, one.
That's a beautiful float. A lot of work went into it.
It is something, isn't it?
And coming up behind them is the Cleveland Diocesan Union of the Holy Name Societies, led by spiritual moderator Father Frank Heron and President Jim Joyce.
Father Tom Heron.
Tom Heron, I'm sorry.
Oh, and of course, follow up the church with the Ghostbusters.
Not sure how that's related, but
your local Ghostbusters franchises spread positive psychomagnotheric energy by supporting charitable causes and community events throughout the area. 40 years in 2024, the Ghostbusters. Well, that's interesting. Wow, they've been going for 40 years.
Exactly.
Doing charity work based on a movie. That's something.
And next is the Notre Dame Cathedral Latin High School Band. It's led by drum major Katie Williams, and is proud to be returning to the parade for its 18th year. Let's take a listen. Notre Dame Cathedral Latin High School Band is the Millwright and Pile Drivers Union, Local 1090.
Yeah, I think we've talked about this before. When they need to move anything big, they call the pile drivers, the millwrights. You're looking at these giant air conditioning units they put on top of skyscrapers, things like that. And I know we've talked about this before, but that's who they call. And those guys get those things up there, and it's dangerous, but they get it done, and they get it done safely. The United Brotherhood of Carpenters, Local 435 here, their first time. They're having a good time too, boy. They're enjoying themselves, and they've got the gear too for the day.
It's so nice to see some of the trade unions represented here about how important it is. There's a lot of building going on in Cleveland. We're just right outside the brand new Sherwin-Williams corporate headquarters here, and just how many carpenters and pile drivers and all the different trade unions are playing a part in making Cleveland and the Cleveland building such a great place to be.
And this is also, drives the economy. This is, these are the folks who buy houses, buy cars, buy groceries, all that stuff, and all that trickles down and goes on. I shouldn't say trickles down, but all that multiplies throughout the economy and everyone else and builds more jobs. So
and
good to see them too.
On Superior now is the St. Helen Unicycle Drill Team. It's a precision drill team unit that performs for the honor and glory of God. Kids and adults perform together on tall unicycles in formation for the enjoyment of the greater Cleveland. Started in 1965 by Father James Moran.
That is something.
And the only question is, how do you get up and how do you get down?
Yeah, we say that all the time. With the luck.
There you go.
They've even got a big trailer to bring everything back. Okay. And coming down there, the back behind the trailer is the Knights of Columbus 4th Degree, the Ohio District 1 Honor Guard, led by District Master Sir Knight Brandon D. Robinson.
And while we have a few minutes here, there are numerous resources available to our senior citizens living in the city of Cleveland. To see all the resources and services that may be available to you, visit the City of Cleveland's website at clevelandohio.gov and search for Aging.
That is the Corrigan family. Now, of course, there's obviously more Corrigans around. I know they're not all judges, but that's them. This family sponsors this every year, the Corrigan family, honoring the righteous struggle to unite the Emerald Isle forever.
And coming up, you can see them. They're the Irish Setter Club of Ohio. They're showing off their Irish pride and offering some slobbery wet kisses. The Irish Setter Club of Ohio enjoys showing much love to the St. Patrick's Day Parade spectators as they rollick down Superior Avenue.
And here is a group I know quite well. They're coming up. The Cleveland Irish Players. There they are. Formerly under the direction of Kevin McGinty. Kevin passed away a couple of years ago. Great director. I was with that group for a long, long time. Did several tours of Ireland with them. They used to put on shows here, Pittsburgh, Detroit. God, where else did we go? Youngstown. Really terrific group.
And I believe I used to co-host with Kevin several years back. So.
Oh, that's right, Kevin. Kevin was in this seat as well, too.
Yes.
Yeah. American Red Cross. Army of Volunteers. They respond to disasters all over northern Ohio, state of Ohio, and across the nations. These are just a few of the volunteers who travel across the nation in support of the Red Cross and disaster relief. These people are doing good work.
And you can hear them marching down. Bob is going to be joining the Mayfield High School marching band.
Joining the band, is he? Very good. Bob, what do you play?
Okay, here with Alex as they start to play the Ohio State fight song. Alex, tell me about your role in the band.
So I'm the junior field commander, so that means I conduct the band during the football games during the marching season, as well as leading for the parades.
All right, then you're going to Ohio State, right?
Maybe.
All right, go Bucks, thanks.
Yep.
Take care.
There we are, listen to that. Hang on, Sloopy.
And behind the Mayfield Marching Band was the Cleveland Right to Life Society.
We can go to Bob when you're done.
And now let's check in with Bob. Bob, what's happening on Superior Avenue?
Okay, besides being live here at St. Patrick's Day downtown Cleveland, we're also on YouTube. What's your name and where are you from?
I'm Nace Clarissa Whitney. I'm from North Olmsted.
And I'm Cutler Hudak, and I'm also from North Olmsted.
How about you, honey? Where are you from?
I'm from New York.
And who's your friend here?
My sister.
Oh, can you guys say Happy St. Patrick's Day?
Happy St. Patrick's Day!
All right, back to you guys.
Wow, did she say she's from New York? That's pretty awesome.
Well put. Now we have a few minutes here, so let's, if you're to the teens, and especially the parents of teens watching right now, how would you like to earn up to $2,000 this summer? Summer jobs are now available through Youth Opportunities Unlimited. All you need to do is to apply with your own email address by visiting ucleve.org/SYEP. You can make $13.50 an hour and work up to 25 hours a week. Apply today at youcle.org/SYEP. Applications are open until May the 1st.
And here's the rest of the Right to Life Society here. And they've got a float there. Look at those little babies. Too cute. That's the Cleveland Right to Life group. Oh, and of course, look who's coming now.
Of course.
We know this guy.
'Tis the season for
Almost,
Cleveland.
it's close.
Cleveland baseball coming up.
That's about 2 weeks away.
Exactly, yeah.
Not even.
The home opener is on April the 8th, which also happens to be the total eclipse day. So
oh, that's right.
The Indians moved the time back a couple of hours so we can all see the sky darken.
That's right. There's the official mascot slider and the Sugardale hot dogs, ketchup, mustard, and onion. Oh, they got a little van as well.
And talking about our unions, the International Association of Heat and Frost Insulators, Local 3, and their organized labor showing support to the Irish heritage. So we welcome them to today's parade.
They're a long-time unit. They've been going for a long time. And next, look at this. We have the TNT Starlets. Oh, they're back there. Here they come. The national champion baton and palm competition team located in Perry, Ohio. These young ladies brought home over 30 national and international titles this past year. And yes, that is real fire. It's right in front of us. They look like they know what they're doing, so they won't come flying our way, I hope. But
exactly.
Sometimes this day makes me feel inadequate in so many ways.
Just complete lack of talent. That's what I'm
thinking.
There's a lot of hard work that goes into a lot of hours of practice.
Oh my gosh, of course.
And so it's nice to be able to demonstrate their skills in front of the 100,000 people or on the streets of Cleveland.
I got to give those kids credit too. I mean, it's not exactly the warmest day of the year.
Exactly.
And here we go, St. Patrick's Church, West Park. Father John Pfeiffer, the pastor, is walking with a few of the parishioners. St. Patrick's Church, West Park, believe it or not, predates the diocese, the Cleveland Diocese.
And they just had their 175th Mass just a few weeks ago.
They were nearly shut down several years ago, or closed, or merged, but they fought that and they won. They went all the way to the Vatican with that case, and they won it. Which I'll tell you, that's very impressive. Oh, they got a bus too. Look at that trolley.
Okay, we can go to Bob with the bicycles.
Bob, are you gonna jump on another vehicle, another pedal-powered vehicle?
Okay, we're here with Richard. Richard, tell me about your bicycle.
This is an 1888 Columbia light roadster. It has a 57-inch wheel.
What's it take to drive it? Is it unusual?
It takes a little getting used to. It's basically riding a bicycle. I rode this to Missouri 6 years ago.
Let's see what you got, sir. Thank you.
And that is the Ohio Wheelmen, a division of the Wheelmen, a national nonprofit organization that promotes restoration and riding of early cycles from 1816 to 1932.
Members dressed in the age of their bicycle.
And coming down Superior Avenue is now the John Marshall High School drumline, band, and ROTC marching units, coordinated by Maureen Martin Stotts.
Well, they look good. Very good. Look at that.
You can tell that school's out on a Sunday.
That's right.
Behind them is the Mentor Irish Firefighters. This unit was started by Kevin Patton, and the tradition is carried on by David Arco, retired Mentor firefighter, and Joe Stack, son of retired Mentor firefighter. They're joined by their families and members and spouses.
Oh, here we go. We got the footballers on the way now. This is the St. Charles GAA, Gaelic Athletic Association. Their basic aim is the strengthening of the national identity in a 32-county Ireland through the preservation and promotion of Gaelic games and pastimes. They're celebrating the 2023 National Championship for men's football and for hurling. Hurling had gone away for a couple of years here in Cleveland, but it's been resurrected. So has the young children's teams, too. These guys have done a great job. They used to be separate units or separate clubs, but they joined forces several years ago, and they've really done some great things here as far as Gaelic athletics.
We're going to Bob, who's going back to the future.
All right, Bob, I hear you're going back to the future, Bob.
Strap in.
Okay. All right, we're here with the DeLorean, Playhouse Square. What's your name, and tell me about this DeLorean?
Hi, this is Marty. I'm with Doc here, and we're on behalf of the Playhouse Square, where the Back to the Future musical is going to be coming here in June. So we're here sponsoring to help them out and take this Cleveland audience into the future.
Well, Back to the Future, thanks for all you do, and we'll see you in June.
You got it. We'll see you in the future.
Look at that.
There you go, a free plug for Back to the Future. So
it's a musical now.
Exactly, and again, it's nice to see that the Playhouse Square Foundation is returning. part of the KeyBank Broadway series.
And we had the Tender Touch Equine Inc. 4 miniature horses and therapy horses and a few volunteers of Tender Touch Equine. There they are. Look at that. Oh boy. You could keep them as a pet.
And going back to the future from a galaxy far, far away is the Star Wars Rebel Legion in the 501st Legion. Bad guys doing good. The Ohio garrison of the 501st Legion is an international Star Wars costuming club with over 14,000. That's 14,000 active members in 69 countries and 6 continents.
14,000.
That's a lot of stormtroopers.
My daughter joined a fencing group a couple years ago, and they do the lightsaber fencing. And I guess the market for lightsabers for fencing purposes, competitions, I mean, these things are like $1,200, $1,500 bucks.
Wow. On
the low end.
Wow.
No surprise there's so many people doing that. 14,000 active members. And we had the Reality Check dance team, a youth majorette hip-hop dance team based out of Cleveland. They strive to empower their young ladies through movement of dance and creativity, coordinated by Njole Allen. And the Cleveland Flow Collective, I believe, was there. But then, is that them there? That's the Cleveland Flow Collective.
And I understand Bob's out of float.
All right, guys, what unit are we on?
Local 17 Ironworkers, buddy.
All right. What's your name? Where are you from?
I'm Ray, Cleveland, Local 17.
How about you?
Local 17.
All right, say goodbye, everybody.
And Bob joined an ironworker there for just a few minutes. Thanks, Bob.
Right. Well, you know, those are the guys who are on top of the skyscrapers before they're enclosed. So the work they do is pretty dangerous and pretty necessary as well. We're thankful for them. Ohio Ironworkers, local number 17. There they are. And of course, again, the families. Got the families out. I'm sure 2 or 3 generations. Okay, get out your dog biscuits there, Don. Here come the Irish Wolfhounds.
There they are.
Irish Wolfhounds are an ancient breed that dates back to 400 AD. A noble breed that were bred to eradicate wolves in Ireland, and the tallest breed of dog in the world, coordinated by Rosemary Noland. They are in this parade every year.
And they're beautiful.
They are beautiful, aren't they?
Mm-hmm.
Just gorgeous. And the May Dugan Center is approaching. Their namesake was a good neighbor and champion of the poor, Mary Ellen Dugan. Fondly known as May, she was a fierce advocate for those in need, and she listened to her neighbors' problems, found help for them, and fed and housed them when she had to. She also helped and housed Irish immigrants new to Cleveland. Never turned anyone away. The May Dugan Center turns no one away and is here to help people enrich and advance their lives and communities.
And we have Bob with some viewers, parade watchers.
All right, we have Bob with some parade watchers. Bob?
Okay, we're with more revelers here, the Cleveland St. Patrick's Parade today. It's windy. Ma'am, who are you with and where are you from?
We're from Meadville, Pennsylvania, so I was born and raised in Cleveland, and we came back to see the parade.
Who's with you here today?
This is Amy, Evan, Owen, and my mom. Who lives
Everybody say Happy St. Patrick's Day.
Happy St. Patrick's Day.
And thank you, Bob. And let's now go to the St. Martin de Porres High School Marching Band. They are coordinated by Kim White. And again, thank you for joining us in the 182nd Annual St. Patrick's Day Parade. I'm Don Vavris with Tom Malloy. And you're joining us on TV 20 along with, I think it's on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube.
Here we go.
And while we have some time, if you're looking for a new and challenging career, you can find your place at a public safety career and join our team today. Contact the Public Safety Recruitment Team at cpdrecruitment@clevelandohio.gov or call 216-623-5233. That's 216-623-5233 if you're interested in getting a public safety career.
You need good people in those jobs.
Absolutely.
You know, we talk about the safety forces and, public safety careers, and we always refer back to 9/11 when, everyone's running away, and this happens, any of these, any tragedy or incident or whatnot, we're running away and the safety forces are running toward the trouble. God bless them.
Yes.
So next up, we're going to be seeing the West Side Irish American Club. Now, this is the start of Division II. The West Side Irish American Club usually will lead Division II. They have so many units, you're going to see them coming all the way down the street. Here comes their flag holders, leading them. My brother Pat is in there, second from the left. Of course, he's ignoring me. All my brothers do. I believe there's Dennis Kucinich, his lovely wife. Dennis is a member of the West Side Irish Club. And here come their honorees. There we go. I see Jim Mackin driving one of those trucks, old friend of mine. West Side Irish American Club, they introduced their 2024 Man of the Year, Mr. Jim McGurk. He's there in the pickup truck. Woman of the Year is Bernadette Campbell. And I think, no, that's not her in that car, but Diana and Dan Flick are the Volunteers of the Year, and this year's Queen is Erin McIntyre. Diana and Dan Flick have been volunteering to run events at the West Side Club for at least 25 years. Wow. And anytime you don't have somebody who can, if there's an event coming and they need somebody to run it, these two step up, they step right in. Which, that happens, there's a lot of folks who do that, but Dan will get in there and he gets his hands dirty and he really gets the job done. It's really something to see when these people just jump up and they just give their time and their talent.
And again, welcome to the 182nd Annual St. Patrick's Day Parade. I'm Dan Everson, with me is Tommy Malloy, and we're in downtown Cleveland. It is Sunday, March 17th, 2024, and we're probably about halfway, or maybe a little bit more than halfway of the parade, marching down Superior Avenue.
Here comes the ladies' drill team from the West Side Irish Club, under the direction of Katie McCluskey. She took over a couple of years ago from her mother, Mary McCluskey, who was, I don't know how many years she had led that group, but the ladies are forming the number 32 as a demonstration of unifying Ireland's 32 counties. My sister's in there.
And what a credit it is to have all these volunteers at all these different organizations representing to both East Side and West Side Irish American Clubs. You all have busy lives, but these people have taken some time out of their lives to really honor their traditions and honor their heritage.
That's exactly it, and that's why it's such a worthwhile effort and why we celebrate it. And here come the West Side Irish American Club senior fife and drum under the direction of Seamus Goggin. Oh, he's going to get me for that one. Under the direction of Seamus Goggin, and the drum corps under the direction of Megan Kilbane. Seamus is my first cousin. And second cousin. We're not going to get into that, though. I march with these fellows.
And we have the West Side Irish American Club Majorettes and Flag Corps. The Majorettes and Flag Corps are in the direction of Christy Cruz and Kelly Dreamer. And the Majorettes leader is Madeline Goff, and the flags are led by Maeve Lavelle.
There they are, young ladies. Now those girls are cold.
Yes, now that we've got a little cloudiness coming in, it's about 43 degrees in downtown Cleveland, but again, nice and warm on the parade route.
And next up, the Westside Irish American Club Junior Fife and Drum Unit. I believe. Under the direction of Angela Myers, and the drum corps under the direction of Matt Babinek. Junior Fife leader is Jimmy Cooney. And the Board of Trustees and the members coming along right after their units. And there you go. There's the Westside Irish American Club float. They're proud to present their 2024 float for Ireland, One Island, One Nation. The common thread of crafting sweaters and blankets throughout the nation is depicted in the spinning wheel and the wool, and the common musical instruments are displayed while the dancers perform Irish step dancing. The flag of Free Ireland is represented by the harp and the green field. The map of 26 counties of the Republic are joined with the 6 of the northern counties to form one free nation of Ireland. And there's the trolley with the senior group Forever Young. There they are.
And there seems to be a Boy Scout contingent there. Troop 197 out of Burton, Ohio.
Troop coordinated by Julia Hearn. Oh boy, there's an awful lot of them too. That's good to see. Boy Scouts do really good work.
Yes.
And it's now the Boy and Girl Scouts.
Now the next one is the Cleveland Dragon Boat Association, and its members are representing the ultimate team water sport of amateur dragon boat paddling and offering cross-country awareness, cross-cultural awareness.
Here come the hikers, and Bob is with them.
Okay, guys, we're with the Cleveland Hiking Club. You guys are used to walking, right?
Oh, we did 5 miles before we started today.
How many miles have you hiked today so far?
The same thing, 5 miles we're doing.
All right, well, hope you guys can finish your route. You're almost there.
Yeah.
Happy St. Patrick's Day.
Oh, same to you and everybody who's watching.
And the hiking club they've been hiking since 1920. Cue the joke, Don.
Okay, well, I hope they took some time out to change their clothes and have something to eat.
Boy, are their feet tired. 1,000 members in the greater Cleveland area. Social activities, hiking, and outreach for youth are some of the things they do. They've been in the parade for 40 years, or been around for 40 years. No, been in the parade for 40 years, I'm sorry. Now, Irish Northern Aid. They've been at the forefront of working towards a united Ireland, led by President John Conway, and the UIS delegates are Kathy Whitford and John Kish. Happy St. Patrick's Day from Irish Northern Aid, they say.
You know, Tommy, I have a dad joke for you. Like, why should you never iron a 4-leaf clover?
I don't know why.
Well, you don't want to press your luck. Wow. Stay with my day job, is that right? Stay out of comedy? All right.
I'm not saying a word, because I say worse.
There's your dad joke for the day.
The Ohio Rose of Tralee. The purpose of the Ohio Rose of Tralee is to encourage Irish culture and participants, promote the Ohio Rose of Tralee competition in the Irish community. I believe they're out in Westlake now, in cooperation with Crocker Park. I believe Crocker Park is part of that as well.
And yes, those are small miniature horses from the Lake Metro Parks. They're followed by a hitch of draft horses in partnership with the Robinson Percheons.
Oh boy, look at those.
Those are magnificent horses.
They're beautiful. Boy, look at those steeds. Look at that.
Beautiful. And the next unit is Jesus in the Streets. It's here to honor the St. Patrick's Day festivities.
You know, I just got a whiff of those Percherons. I'm just telling you.
There's the smell of horse in the air, that's for
Thank
sure.
you for the win.
They were magnificent.
The Wireman's Shamrock Club. The Shamrock Club coordinated by Terry Kelly. There they are there. Nice to have them out. Boy, they're revving this car coming up.
And again, just a reminder, if you're looking for more information on the City of Cleveland and the various services that the City of Cleveland offers, or if you want to learn more about Cleveland Mayor Justin Bibb, visit the City of Cleveland's website at clevelandohio.gov.
I believe those cars are with the Warriormans as well.
I love those old cars.
Man. There's something. And the Murphy Irish Arts Center is on the way. The senior marching unit is under the direction of Sheila and Bob Crawford. Dancers won first place at the regional championships and will perform over 30 shows for senior citizens in March. They've also got their children's unit behind them. Eileen Connell and Eileen Reed are their leaders. They range in age from 6 to 12, those little ones in the back. They have been doing great things. They've been around for a long, long time. They may be the oldest organization, Irish dancing school in Cleveland. I'm not positive on that, but they've been around since I can remember.
And they're a regular for every St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah.
It's nice to see the young folks learning their traditions of Irish dance. Here comes the Lake Erie Crushers mascot Stomper, wishing all of you a very happy St. Patrick's Day.
Oh, Stomper's a cute little mascot, isn't he? There's the Jack Casino coming up there with their float. Partnership with Downtown Cleveland Events. This year they're featuring new concepts displaying the entertainment aspect that they bring to the city. And there's several Jack leadership team members who are on that float there. There you go. I believe these are the Rascals.
Those are the St. Paschal Balon Clowns and Helping Hand Ministry. They've been caring for and entertaining the homeless and less fortunate of Cleveland for the nearly 25 years.
Completely volunteer run as well. St. Paschal's Rascals. There you go.
And it's now time for music at the Euclid High School Panther Marching Band is under the direction of Deshaun Howard and is a musical precision high marching band known for their impressive discipline and very talented musicians. Coming up next is the Great Lakes Brewing Company. I love that car.
The Conway's Irish Ale, named for one of the founders' grandfather, I believe, or father, was a Cleveland policeman. And folks, looking for more information on the City of Cleveland and the various services it offers, or you want to learn more about Cleveland Mayor Justin Bibb, visit the City of Cleveland's website, clevelandohio.gov. That's clevelandohio.gov. I think that's the Bricklayers. No. Bricklayers and Allied Craft Workers Local 23, North Shore Chapter, comprised of working class families carrying the organizational banner. Dan Musacchio is the chapter chairman leading the unit.
They're ready for Bob on the bar cycle.
Bob, he's looking to pedal again. Here we go, Bob.
Who's on board today?
Oh, we got the family and friends on board today. Celebrate! Yes, here with Cleveland Cycle Tours.
Great. Thanks for all you do.
Absolutely. Happy St. Patrick's Day.
Let me hop off this thing.
Oh, go ahead.
That's a lot of work.
He sounded out of breath, though, I'll tell you.
I think I'm just going to take an Uber.
They have 2 pedal wagons captained by Mark Gus and co-owned with Richard. He must be like Cher. There's only one name that I see here.
And, of course, the Cleveland Rock and Roll Hall of Fame wishes all of you a very happy rockin' St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah, they do some great events down there. They had John Mellencamp down there this past year. Free concert.
Wow.
Yeah.
Very good.
Terrific. I mean, and very, that one's totally intimate, but a very small venue. I mean, it was really great.
Now let's go to Bob down the street. Bob, what's happening on Superior?
Okay, we've got more revelers here from Elyria, Ohio, Lorain County. What's your name?
Johnny.
Okay.
Christopher.
And who's this young man?
Benjamin.
Oh, tell me about the hats you're wearing.
We've had them for a couple of years, and it's bringing them down to Cleveland every year that we came.
Happy St. Patrick's Day.
Everybody wave.
Woo.
Thank you, Bob.
And we have the Lake County Irish. Pat Gronick, Member of the Year. Here he comes there. There's Pat.
A little fun fact that the very first St. Patrick's Day parade in the American colonies was held in New York City on March 17th, 1762. Wow. And again, Chicago and Cleveland and Boston and New York have St. Patrick's Days, but I'll tell you what, we have ours, so we're very proud of that. And coming down the street is the Celtic Nations ladies drill team. Savannah, there you go.
Savannah is huge for St. Patrick's Day. So the Celtic Nations drill team, I have never seen these ladies. Celtic Nations Society of Northern Ohio, led by Janet Smerdell, or I think it's Smerdel. The ladies are proud to represent Lake County and their Irish heritage. And of course the society itself, membership, proudly represents their 2024 Member of the Year, Pat Gronick. We saw Pat leading the way. And in the tradition of the ethnic building of this city, we now see, coming up behind them, the Folklorna Skupina Crest, founded in 1954. It's a Slovenian youth dance organization based here in Cleveland. Under the direction of Ursula Prozen and Mark Tomps, the group is comprised of approximately 100 dancers ranging in ages from 3 to 21. Mark, I apologize if I mispronounced your last name.
And we're ready for Bob, a special one.
Okay, Bob, we have a very special unit in today's parade. Bob, tell us about it.
Okay, we're here with the Sunflower people, the Prayers for Maria group. Kristen, tell us about the group.
Hi, we're Prayers for Maria. We have raised $12 million for rare brain cancer research due to Maria passing in 2007 of brain cancer. So come visit our sunflower field in Avon, rent our ice cream wagon, or come to the Wine Fest in July and help support the movement.
Thanks for all you do.
Thank you, Bob. You see the flowers from Maria on 90 with all the sunflowers. It's
right?
Quite a unique view come the summertime.
Well, Ed and Megan McNamara, who started this group for their daughter who had passed away from brain cancer, they took that tragedy and they've turned it into something positive, trying to help others, which is a beautiful thing. And they really need to be commended for that.
And And coming up is the Cleveland Division of Animal Care and Control, called City Dogs, is the adoption program for the Cleveland Kennel. All dogs are available for adoption. Contact them today and meet your new best friend. And then the Smythe School of Irish Dance is the Irish Catholic dance school located in Richfield. I'd like to welcome them to today's parade.
And they've got their boosters there, the moms and dads and whatnot, walking with them. It's a sharp color blue too, I like that. And we also have a unit this year, first time for Irish Town Bend Park. Group comprised of some project team members here to promote the Irish Town Bend Park project, home to many Irish coming over from Ireland in the 1800s. There was a big article from Stephen Litt in the Plain Dealer just this week about everything they're going to be doing. And I'll tell you, they've got some really great plans honoring the homes that used to be there, the folks who used to live there. It's going to be something when it's completed.
And they're the first-time unit in today's parade.
They are, yep.
And coming up next is the Maple Heights High School Marching Band. It's a group of talented, energetic, dynamic, and smart and intelligent young people that compose a show-style band. And they're coordinated by Brian Sullivan-Bursey. Let's take a listen.
And if you're ready for a dip today, you're going to take a little swim or something. Right behind the band there is the USS Cod Submarine Memorial. There's first time in the parade. Their torpedo transporter is the only functional example of the 267 vehicle built for the Navy in World War II. It's called Big Henry. The vehicle was built in Ohio and carries a World War II torpedo. Don't worry, folks, it's disarmed. And a group of USS Cod Submarine Memorial crew accompany Big Henry.
And it was just restored last year, so I'm glad they were able to make it for the their first time in the parade as well.
If you live in Cleveland, you've never been down to that thing. It's worth the effort.
That's right. I went there. It's kind of small. The site. I was there about 100 pounds ago.
I used to work with.
You can't fit in there now.
And next up, we have the It's Official dance team. It's Official was started here in Cleveland for girls ages 6 to 18. They're now a sisterhood and have traveled and won trophies together, and they love what they do. And they're going to take this dance team further. That's their intention. I think that's a great thing to get those girls together. Some camaraderie, some discipline. It's an awesome thing. And, you know, they've got to have adults who are giving their time and their talent as well for that thing to kind of to flourish and succeed.
And he has been gone for a while, but he is back. That's right, Tim's Wild Creations. Again, returning once again after a few years. These wild monster trucks are the brainchild of Tim Willis. And again, Tim does an outstanding job. And
he works at home.
And
it's done in his house.
He's got a lot of time.
Man. Oh,
they're fantastic.
Look at it. Look at that. I know people who can't even change a tire. I may be one of them. I'm not going to give that information away, but.
And you can't have a parade unless you have crazy cops of the Al Koran Shrine. They're providing levity and mischief with its cops, prisoners, and their traditional paddy wagon. And again, they're a regular feature here in the parade.
And you know the paddy wagon, they get that from the Irish. And it's called the paddy wagon, not because we were driving.
It's just a field trip, like community service. That's all it is.
Community service, excellent.
And we have the International Union of Painters and Allied Trades District Council 6. It's led by Jim Sherwood, painters, glazers, and drywallers. Again, we talked about the trade unions in today's parade, and it's great to see them. And what the need is to have tradesmen. It's sometimes people are not going into that, but more and more people are, I think, trying to encourage the trade unions to get involved.
Okay, and there's their, I guess you could call it a float.
You call it that?
And now we're up to Division 3. And in front you've got, coming down the road there, they're a little out of view for the moment, the Lenahan Academy of Irish Dance. They've been around now for, what is it, 23 years? Something like that? I think 23 years. Oh, I'm sorry, 32 years. Junior dancers are all under the age of 12, and they've been dancing anywhere from 6 months to 6 years. True crowd pleasers wherever they go. Whenever you see those little kids and they're really showing off some excellence with those steps, really something. And the Friends of Lenahan Academy will be behind them. That's the moms and dads and other supporters. And right there in the middle is Kathy Lenahan, Catherine Lenahan, Fox. She founded this school all those years ago. She was also greatly involved. The Westside Irish Barrack Club drill team, Cleveland Irish Players, Rosa Trali. Again, so many people, they volunteer for multiple things and put their time in. Boy, that's a big unit.
There's a couple of parents trying to, learning how to dance too. And State Rep Tim Patton is here and wishing everyone a happy St. Patrick's Day.
I think Tim's brother Tom might take exception to that.
Oh.
Sorry, Don.
Tom Patton. Tom Patton.
Be amazed how often I get Tim.
Tom.
Seriously.
Oh, really?
Where I work, there's a Tim, there's a Todd, and there's a Tom. And here's the Cleveland Public Library, the People's University, founded in 1869, serving the city of Cleveland out of its main library and 27 branches. You know, I asked my wife to marry me on the front steps of the Cleveland Public Library, just a block to our east here.
It's very nice.
I didn't tell you whether she said yes or not.
I can guess.
She said, "You'll do."
You'll do, yeah. Close enough. And of course, the Cleveland Public Library is the People's University. It was founded in 1869 and is serving the city of Cleveland out of its main library and 27 branches. And shortly behind them is the St. Ignatius High School Marching Band and Flag Corps under the direction of Dan Hamlin, John Mullen, and Michelle Fornato.
The Wildcats. That's a big band. Good looking group.
Mm-hmm. Sounds good too.
And we have the Cleveland Cultural Gardens Federation, representatives from most of the cultural garden communities. They're carrying a flag from his or her own country. And if you have not been down MLK Boulevard to see, it's amazing. And there's, those gardens are just something. The Irish Garden is gorgeous. Scottish Garden is just getting started. They're looking for help, they're looking for volunteers, and I'm sure they'll be looking for funding to help them out too. But if you have some time, head down there. It really does illustrate just who built this city, all the good folks. And there in our picture is Mary Ann Bacco. I met her the other night at the Music Box Supper Club, and she told me she was so proud to be carrying the Irish flag after her father and grandfather had come to this country, and this was a big day for her.
And the next vehicle is from the Cleveland Metro Parks. represented here in today's parade. Again, welcome to the 182nd Annual St. Patrick's Day Parade. I'm Don Favris. With me is Tommy Malloy. And we have quite a number of units. Most of the parade has passed, but with a lot of units left to go.
Here's the pipe fitters, local number 120. You got a leak, these guys will fix it. Proud to march in this year's parade, honoring 2 Irishmen of the Year, Tom Jubek and Mike McCafferty. One of my older brothers is a retired pipe fitter. And they do more than just, you know, string pipes together. They work on entire heating and cooling units and all sorts of different things. And there's the Irishman of the Year just went past. There they are.
And we're coming up to the Wycliffe Upper School, the marching band and drum line, and majorette is a band led by Mr. Evan Slumowitz.
Okay, so Bob wasn't satisfied with pedal power. Evidently, he's found something a little more powerful to transport him. Bob, where are you?
Okay, we're here with the Ohio State Alumni Club of Greater Cleveland. And this is Jen. This is the Yucca Beach Rocket Car. Is that correct?
That's correct. That's
Tell me about this great vehicle.
So it was an old amusement park ride, and my dad took them and made them into vehicles so we can still enjoy them in Cleveland.
Wow, and what's it take to rent one of these?
All you gotta go to is therocketcar.com.
All right, we'll check it out. Happy St. Patrick's Day.
You too. Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Well, that goes back quite a number of years, a lot of memories.
Oh, over at Euclid Beach. But listen, you can rent that thing?
I guess so.
I wonder if Bob gets a commission on that. Bob Neville.
And coming up next is the Cleveland Asian Festival that celebrates Asian culture and diversity in Northeast Ohio for the Asian Pacific American Heritage Month. It's coming up in May. A free event with cultural performances, martial art demonstrations, and more. And this year's festival is May the 18th and 19th.
Always a good time down there.
You know, and it just
really
another
stuff.
tribute to the multicultural fabric of Cleveland.
Right, and they're in the St. Patrick's Day Parade. Which that's just awesome. It really says what we are as a community and as a city. They've got a lot of folks out today, don't they? Look at this.
It's seems like one of the larger units.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if you've had a chance to get to the Asian Festival. It really is a lovely time. Just lots of fun. Lots of great music. Great food, of course. And the Cleveland Phoenix Club is marching with them. It's part of the Asian community. And then coming up, well, we talked about food. Well, this is in the same category. The Geneva Area Grape Jamboree. They have jam, J-A-M, all caps, Jamboree. Geneva Grape Jamboree is always held the last full weekend in September in downtown Geneva, Ohio.
And we have Miss Grapette at her court. It's the Grape Jamboree there, the last full weekend in September.
Boy, oh boy.
And coming up next is the United Ukrainian Organizations of Ohio. It is led by Marta Lushensky-Keller as president. It was founded in 1928. The United Ukrainian Organization of Ohio serves as a coordinating entity representing 40 organizations. And among them is cultural, educational, religious, and youth, just to name a few. And it's their first time here in the parade.
Also containing the Ukrainian Cultural Arts Association of Greater Cleveland, the Kashtan School of Ukrainian Dance. They have been with us before. And boy, somebody cut the budget for their parade unit here. This is the Soul Train, the WMMS Soul Train van, novelty van. First time in the parade. Don't blink, you might miss it.
Now, where do you get one of those cars?
How do you fit in there?
I can afford that, maybe.
Oh, man. We just saw Irish News Magazine, created and published by John O'Brien Jr. John's a good guy. He's started that thing, God, I think it's 20 years now. Long time Irish newspapers tried to start here in Cleveland and just could never really make a go of it. And John has kept this thing going for, I think, 2 decades now. At least 20 years. Irish.
And coming up is the Holy Name High School Band. Marching band and drill team, coordinated by John Laurel. It's one thing, we don't lack music here in the
No, not at all. That was Holy Name, right?
That was Holy Name.
And again, we're going to talk about Cleveland's ethnic diversity and strength. Cleveland Polonia, the Greater Cleveland Catholic and Polish organizations. Saints Adalbert, Barbara, Casimir, Immaculate Heart of Mary, Nativity of the Blessed Virgin Mary, Saints Peter and Paul. Oh boy, the list goes on and on here. All these different organizations representing their Polish heritage. Terrific. And right behind them, the Burning River Roller Derby. Cleveland's roller derby teams. They'll be accompanied by the men's Guardians and juniors, the Crooked River.
I can tell by the roller skates. There you go.
Is that gave it away?
That gave it away.
Oh boy. Can you roller skate, Tom?
Long time ago. As they said, in a galaxy far, far away.
Yeah, well, galaxy I never reached because I never learned how to roller skate.
Next is the aluminum cans for bird children. It's the unit consists of children that have been injured by fire and firefighters from the local departments. It's the first time on the parade. A great organization, just collecting cans and putting it to the money used for good use.
Well, I mean, and that's most of these organizations. That's what it's about: helping people out, bringing people together, cooperating and building something greater than the sum of all the parts. I mean, that's what it is really, to be active in your community. We did miss, speaking of active in your community, we let him go by. The biker Grinch, just a Grinch with Irish heritage. His first time in the parade. We have no names on that. He's in disguise.
And but he's having a good time. So let's watch a beer can coming down the street. For more information on what's going on in your ward or to contact your council person, visit Cleveland City Council website at clevelandcitycouncil.org.
Bob, I'm sorry, Don, how often do you get to say, as we watch a beer can coming down the street?
That's the first time, I think. We've been doing this for a long time. First day.
Yeah, we got the Ohio Scottish Games and Celtic Festival. They've got a float as well, brought to us from the Ohio Scottish Games and Celtic Festival. This year's festival, June 21st and 22nd in Berea. I have a funny feeling that's at the fairgrounds. Their first time in the parade. And as I mentioned before, they are starting a Scottish Gardens in the Cultural Gardens, just getting going, and looking for some organization and other things. So if you're interested in that, please try and get a hold of those folks. I'm sure if you just Google that, you'll find some way to get a hold of them and help out. There's their float, the Scottish Games.
I asked that guy, I said, my little friend, my friend's the fencer.
And coming up is the Mooney & Sons Towing. The 2024 St. Patrick's Day Parade promises to be a celebration filled with heartfelt pride as they march in honor of Mooney & Sons Towing's rich Irish culture and heritage. And this year their participation holds special significance as they pay tribute to the legacy of their grandparents Robert Dennis Mooney Sr. and Alice Mooney.
Put some time into that float, didn't they? Oh, there's a picture of them too. That's nice. Nice tribute.
Very nice.
Again, family. And I believe we have, is this the Girl Scouts coming our way?
I believe so.
Oh, it's the Irish Greyhounds to America program. These Greyhounds were all born in Ireland. It's their first time in the parade, and all the adoptees come from Ireland. Boy, those are beautiful animals as well.
Yes.
Aren't they? Look at, did you see the lead one there with the hand on its head? Look at that.
Love that.
Oh, that's terrific. Okay, elevator constructors local number 17, led by business manager John Driscoll there, installing, servicing, and maintaining elevators and escalators in Northeast Ohio for over 120 years. Something you take for granted, but when it's not there, you notice.
Exactly.
And they have their old-timey car here coming up. You'll see in just a moment. Oh, they have 2 of them. 3. Those are in great shape, too. They certainly appear to be, anyway. And the motorcycling back. I'm surprised that Bob Seville isn't on that thing.
Yeah, Bob's always good for jumping on the bandwagon.
Not too loud, you might do it. And there's their, not really the float, just hanging out in the back. Family members. The elevators and constructors, local 17. And of course, coming down, once again, another union, North Shore AFL-CIO Federation of Labor, not another union, all of the unions really, comprised of Federation staff, elected executive board members, and rank and file members of the labor movement. That's the first time, I believe, for them. I'm not sure on that, but taking the time out today to walk, show the flag, show the spirit. And let me tell you something, the parade is not a walk in the park. And that may do it for us, Don.
That looks like that may be the end of our parade.
Well.
At the Cleveland Police Department, I'll
wrap it up when you're ready.
Wrapping it up. Well, Tommy, it's been a great time, great afternoon here at the 182nd annual St. Patrick's Day Parade.
Not anywhere near as cold as I thought it would be. That's a good thing.
Exactly.
But really, really a great day. We really saw some great stuff today. All these first-time units, terrific, and all the different ethnic units, the non-Irish units that were in this parade. St. Patrick's Day, joining the Irish, I think it just really shows the.
And the number of first-time units was very impressive. A lot of people are still getting involved with all of this. And we'd like to have a special thanks to not only to the City of Cleveland, the Cleveland Department of Fire, the Police Department, Parks and Recreation and Streets, EMS, of course, TV20, and all the volunteers who have helped put this parade on, and of course the United Irish Societies of the East and West Side Irish organizations, and of course for Tommy and I, thank you so much for joining us. We hope to see you next year at the 183rd St. Patrick's Day Parade.
Thanks so much. Have a great St. Patrick's Day. We'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.